Wait a minute, what was I? Anyway, that's my list. It was a very dumb list, but you know what? I'm okay with dumb list. You know how many dumb things I've been through in life? You people have no idea, okay? You're over here criticizing. You know what? I'm gonna say it right now. You all are over here criticizing my lists, my channel, saying it's so boring and so lazy, no good editing at all. Well, let me tell you something. You think my life's easy? You think I just go through life like a charm? You think I walk into the house and have an easy life? Think again. Okay, you may have seen great YouTubers out there. I'm not one of them. I'm 15 years old, okay? I still have a life to handle. And even when I'm done with that life, the next life I'm living in isn't going to be any better. You're not going to be seeing this pretty face on YouTube in the next when I'm an adult. When I'm an adult, I'm going to quit YouTube and I'm going to show this world what I am. I'm not going to let people walk all over me and call me a dumb YouTube channel. I'm going to go around calling people dumb YouTube channels. You like that? Huh? You like that? Oh, those who subscribe to me who don't like me, huh? How would you like it if I just criticize your videos? Think that's fair? For those people who have fun criticizing other people's videos, I'm telling you, maybe they may have dumb videos, but there could be one thing they have that you don't. Have you ever thought about that? Yeah. Life sucks. I know. A song called Best That You Can Do from Arthur. Stupid camera's all messed up. Now, Arthur is a movie that some people I know probably never heard of, but there are other people that should heard of this. If you have heard of the movie Arthur and have seen it, you pretty much know the case. There is one song from that movie that was nominated, well actually as a matter of fact won Best Original Song at the Oscars, called Best That You Can Do. It was the theme of the movie. It played somewhere in the credits, somewhere in the opening. Some of the chorus was in the movie. It kind of helped with some of the drama Arthur has. Arthur is a comedy, sure, but that doesn't mean there are some sad moments. Some moments are serious in this. So you gotta admire how a comedy movie is able to be serious enough to songs like this can actually be listened to on a regular basis. Mostly we think of this as a comedy movie, but I think of it as a drama, as a comedy drama, or rom-com, something like that. Arthur was a very interesting movie, and I'm sure it's nice to see a song like this be put into it. It's fun. It doesn't feel like the 80s. It's kind of more like it existed in the 80s. That's kind of the rule. Okay, there's most songs on here that feel like the 80s. This one just feels like another one of those romance songs that just came out in the 80s. That's a weird idea. Now here's another song that came out in the 80s but isn't really part of the overall 80s jester. If you've seen The Little Mermaid, oh, who am I kidding? The childhood, come on. For me, at least. If you didn't grow up with this, okay. Anyway, when this movie came out, it had one pretty good soundtrack. I mean, the Oscars were very nice with this movie. So, of course, about 3 songs from it were nominated for Best Original Song, but this one was the one that won Best Original Song. Well, the thing with all of this is that Under the Sea isn't really considered the best song from the movie. Most people consider the best song from the movie to be Part of Your World. The problem is that was not nominated for Best Original Song for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just as confused as you are. Okay, come on. I don't know why that wasn't nominated. This one was, and out of the ones that were nominated, this one's my personal favorite. It played in the movie somewhere in the middle. Pretty much every song played it. Everyone listens to it. We admire it. It's kind of like the SpongeBob type thing. What's funny because 10 years after this movie, we got SpongeBob, which I personally think is pretty similar, or at least from my perspective. I think if those songs were put into SpongeBob, it would fit just as well. Don't know why I'm bringing up SpongeBob, but I don't know. There's not much else I can say about this song. It's a good song from a movie that's already known as a musical. It's interesting. It's song Maniac from Flashdance. Now, Flashdance is a musical, but this is actually the first one on the entire list that did actually feel like an 80s song. Maniac, I'm sure a lot of you heard that song. If you don't know what Maniac I'm talking about, you should know. Okay, it's a favorite. Okay, listen. She's a maniac, I suck at singing, I'm sorry. You probably already know what I'm talking about. If you still don't, that's for you to figure out. Maniac played somewhere in Flashdance, and it really is a pretty cool song. It's fast paced, so when you dance to it, you really do move fast to it. It's like one of those songs that makes you have to move very fast, which gives you more energy and more headaches. That's what I like about the songs in most movies. They always are able to make you move fast. There are songs from the 80s that do that, and I'm gonna admit, to be fair, there are songs from other decades that do that. Maniac is a good example, and I certainly do enjoy what it gave us. Like, it makes me move so fast, I pretty much hurt myself, and I pretty much need to rest. I think dancing's not the best hobby for me to do, but hey, it's fun. Come on. Take My Breath Away from Top Gun. Top Gun had a song called Danger Zone, and in my personal opinion, that song's much better, but it wasn't nominated at the Oscars for some reason. This was nominated, and it won. Take My Breath Away was from Top Gun. It was more romantic than epic, because Danger Zone was pretty out and epic. It was cool. It was fun. It was Kenny Loggins. We all love Kenny Loggins. Take My Breath Away was a little different. That was more of a romance song. It was more slowly paced. But I have to admit, this slowly paced song did feel like the 80s. Now, that may make that sense, because I just talked about Arthur, that post-based song I said didn't feel like the 80s. Well, Take My Breath Away does feel like the 80s, because it does the sounds just perfect. Okay, I like how it sounds. I like it. I really do. Top Gun's a very fun movie, and I'm sure Take My Breath Away was one good reason to enjoy it. Footloose. Speaking of Kenny Loggins, we of course have his song Footloose that was nominated. It didn't win, but it was nominated. I mean, Footloose is a very interesting movie. I don't get why it was made for girls when it starts a boy. I guess because the boy wants to be considered to the girl so hot. I mean, boys can enjoy it if they want. I don't know. Footloose is a song that honestly gets me moving. It's another one of those 80s songs that feel very fast. It's all out. Pretty much every 80s song we love is fast, and this one's certainly no exception. I love the way it's all just put together. It's a very, very fun song. I like the idea, what it gave us. Kenny Loggins' music is always very perfect. I remember him singing I'm Alright from Caddyshack. Well, I put that on the list, but that wasn't nominated, so this list is hard to do. I don't know. I call them great songs. I can't rank them. This is the ranking I got, and I got Footloose. It's a cool song. It's fun. Footloose. My foot is starting to feel loose a little bit. I apologize. Eye of the Tiger from Rocky III. Now, do not tell me that you've never heard of this song. Everybody's been jamming through it. Even today, people still adore this song. It feels like a perfectly fun song for these days of music. Rocky III is honestly my favorite Rocky sequel out of the bunch from that time. Actually, my favorite Rocky sequel is Rocky Balboa. My favorite Rocky movie is, of course, the original. But Rocky III had a pretty nice soundtrack. Eye of the Tiger just felt very fun. The rock music all just fit perfectly. The song played the opening of it, and we all enjoyed it. It played somewhere in the end credits, too. And I think no matter how many times they played in this, it's never good. I doubt the song would ever get old. If you do think Rocky III, Eye of the Tiger gets old, I don't know what to say. You cannot prove that. I don't know anybody who would think this song is old and boring. It's not boring at all. It's cool. It makes me feel like a real boxer. I don't know. There's the Rocky theme. That theme feels fun to listen to. But then there's this. I could exercise while listening to this. It works. It gets you pumped. I'm sure it does. What a Feeling from Flashdance. Yep, I am including 2 songs from one movie. Does this make Flashdance the best one? No, but it's just Flashdance is pretty fun if it has 2 great songs that were nominated. While Maniac was nominated, What a Feeling won. What a Feeling. Flashdance is a very nice movie because of the music and dancing moments. What a Feeling is perfect for that. It played in the opening of the movie, and it even had it play at the end of the movie. That's how you know it's a good song. It plays both in the opening and the end, and we still enjoy it. It's a great song. I love it, okay? I mean, I think it's better than Maniac, not because it's faster, just because it feels catchier. It's more inducing. When I listen to the song in the end credits, I think it's fun to listen to it. I don't know about you, I just felt very satisfied in the ending of this movie because of the music and the way it was used. That's just what makes it a fun song. I love dancing to it. I love chilling through it. You can do about whatever you want, and you'll just like this song either way. Either way, if you don't like this song, I don't care. I love it. Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing. It's called I've Had the Time of My Life, but the parentheses you see, some people would call this The Time of My Life. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to say. All I know is that it's a really great song. Dirty Dancing is another one of those movies. It's like Flashdance, where it's all about dancing, but there's great music in it too. There's a song, Hungry Eyes. I don't know if I can say it's better or not, but it wasn't nominated, so who cares if it's better or worse. I Had the Time of My Life is a great song. This song is honestly what makes me love Dirty Dancing. The entire Dirty Dancing movie kind of felt boring sometimes, in my opinion. I apologize for those who love it so much, but it was overall a really good movie, and I loved the moment where this song played. It wasn't sung by anybody in the movie, which honestly kind of threw me off, but it did play in the movie. It did have a huge part. It's like whoever sung this movie really had a really big role in it. Okay? Seriously, the person who sang this song deserves the credit in the movie. Even if he didn't appear in it, he should still have a big credit for. I mean, it's even a bigger role than Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. That's how great this song is. The Power of Love from Back to the Future. It's weird to put a Back to the Future song at number 2, right? Everyone agrees Back to the Future is the number 1 film that feels like the 80s. Even though it's about time traveling to other generations, that's just what makes it feel so 80s. And I think this song feels so 80s. It feels the most 80s to me. I'm sorry. Huey Lewis is a very great composer. It's pretty great music. Huey Lewis also sung the song Back in Time, but that wasn't nominated. This was, and I gotta admit, no matter what, I think The Power of Love is the best song from the movie. It just sounds so catchy. It's just so fun to listen to. When it played in the movie, it played when Marty was on a skateboard. I can put in some headphones and listen to this while I'm skateboarding. I mean, I haven't skateboarded in a while, but I can get back to it someday. You never know. The Power of Love really does feel like a great song. It may not connect to the overall feeling of the movie, but it still is fun to listen to when watching the movie. I think Huey Lewis was meant to sing in this movie. I couldn't think of anybody else who could sing music better than Huey Lewis for Back to the Future. But if this is number 2, and I consider it the most 80s, what can number 1 be? Well, I have to admit, my favorite one would have to be Ghostbusters. I mean, the title speaks for itself. Number 1 hit in the U.S. This song just feels the most iconic to me. The overall movie isn't better than Back to the Future, I'll admit, but I just think this Ghostbusters is song much more fun. I listen to this song so much, okay? It's hard to call it the catchiest. I can call it my favorite one. Ghostbusters is just so much fun to listen to. I'm surprised this didn't win Best Original Song. I'm very pissed that this should have won. I think Ghostbusters deserves an Oscar. I was going to say, Ray Parker Jr. is the perfect choice to sing Ghostbusters. I just love listening to this song. Every time I listen to it, it never gets old. That's why I love it. It never gets old. No matter, even when it does get old, I still enjoy listening to it. Maybe you can get annoyed with it, maybe, but if I do get annoyed with it, I still want to listen to it because I still can enjoy it. Ghostbusters is a great movie, but this song is definitely one of the great reasons why. Hey guys, so we've been going through a lot this year. This was a very ridiculous year, and we're finally at December, end of the year. Damn, fast, am I right? I'm not really going to be doing much Christmas stuff this time. I have one Christmas list I'm going to release on Christmas Day. Just to remind that. But the rest of the month are just going to be random videos. Here's a random video I thought if I could do. You know how most people like to rank their favorite songs? I do that, but there's a lot out there, okay? It's hard to rank. So if I'm going to do a list of my favorite 80s songs, since 80s is the best generation of songs, we all can agree, I gotta try to find some limits. How about these are songs that appear from movies? That's one limit, but it's still hard because it's that hard. So, my final list, I'm calling this my list, the top 10 favorite songs from 80s movies. from the 80s, but I do have one rule. One rule. And that rule is, these are only movies that were nominated at the Oscars for Best Original Song, or at least one. Okay, because come on, this is very hard to do. So yeah, this list is going to be ranked off of my favorites of movies that have songs from movies that got nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars at least once, or at least one. That'd be cool. And yeah, it's all ranked. This is tough to do already, so this is the best limitations I got. Let's take a look.